Hi everyone, and welcome to the channel. When Beyonce began her Cowboy Carter tour in Los Angeles, she proved everyone wrong when they claimed she wasn't selling. Everyone said that Beyonce wasn't selling, but was untrue. I did discuss Beyonce's Cowboy Carter tour, which did a fantastic job on opening night. In fact, it was widely publicized that her tickets were failing to sell in one of my earlier films, and that was mostly because of her expensive ticket costs. However, the fact that Beyonce will always be in demand as a performer means that she will sell anyway. Additionally, people frequently purchase tickets in person rather than online. It is therefore not a surprise that she had a successful opening night. She also has a number of dates scheduled in California's SoFi Stadium, which is a difficult venue to fill, so even if she were to sell out 80% of the seats, she did well on opening night. And it did silence many detractors. But it's an accomplishment in and of itself, because many artists aren't doing that, or aren't capable of doing that. 50 Cent is one of those detractors. After mocking Beyonce's ticket sales, 50 Cent really seems foolish. He reposted this TMZ item stating that Beyonce still had thousands of tickets remaining, with 50 Cent captioning it, "It's getting real out here. Hey, the tickets aren't selling." One thing about 50 Cent is that he despises Jay-Z, so his attack on Beyonce has little to do with her. Rather, it's more about his dislike of her husband. Nevertheless, I felt that was really petty, and 50 has to mature. The amusing thing is that he deleted the post after realizing how many people attended Beyonce's tour last night. Thus, he was among those who were shown to be mistaken. And based on the performance footage I've seen, I can tell that Beyonce is going all out for the Cowboy Carter tour. It was incredible. She had a set list of songs that included both Acts 1 and 2, so she didn't forgo her Renaissance songs at all. The setting was incredible, and the event lasted over 3 hours. Additionally, Beyonce's vocals were spot on, which is nothing new. She always sings down, and her intermission graphics were great. One thing I like about Beyonce's presentation is how much work she puts into it. She could simply just sing and dance if she wanted to, but she liked the showmanship. She enjoys coming up with themes and making them lively and flamboyant. It was so elaborate that it nearly resembled a Vegas show, but that's what makes her performances so engaging. She never fails to surprise you with something new. Indeed, her show appears to be excellent. Her bringing her infant girl, Romy, up there with her daughter, Blue Ivy, was one of the show's highlights. I found that moment to be quite endearing. She was performing Protector, and you could see the joy on Rumi's face as if she was so appreciative that her mother had allowed her to take the stage. For those who are wondering where her son Sir is, I believe Beyonce wants to protect him and keep him out of the spotlight for her own reasons, but she hasn't forgotten about him. And I believe she wants to show people that no, she isn't hiding her children. She just doesn't need to show them all the time. And that's her right as a parent. Now, one child she is going to show off is Blue Ivy, because when Beyonce retires, she needs someone to take over the dynasty. And I will say this, Blue is going to be up next. I mean, the stage is already set for her to carry on her mother's torch. You can notice how much better she has become in her performance. She exudes such confidence. When I saw some of the tour footage, I noticed that Beyonce included a montage of her career, and I thought, wait a minute, she's becoming the main character on her mother's own tour. I have a feeling that Beyonce will genuinely take a step back and start shaping Blue to be a solo star in the future. It's unclear to me if she will be retiring in the coming years, or if Act 3 will be her last performance. However, I do think she will back off and let Blue Ivy take center stage, so I wouldn't be shocked if Blue Ivy appeared in Act 3. In fact, if Beyonce and Blue collaborated on an album, it would present Blue as the next big thing. You understand what I mean, and Blue is still very young. I believe she is currently around 12 or 13 years old, so she still has time. In fact, I believe it would be better if they waited until she was 18 before she really got out there, but based on the way things are going, it looks like they're going to launch her as a solo star before then. We don't know exactly what her skills are other than performing, dancing, and acting, but she can do voice acting, so it would be fascinating if she were training to sing as well. However, I do believe Beyoncé intends to pass her torch on to Blue. Some individuals may now inquire as to whether will Beyoncé leave Chloe x Halle? Considering all of this time and effort being dedicated to Blue, what is happening to her other artists, Chloe and Halle? Will she abandon Chloe and concentrate solely on Blue? This is an intriguing question, as Halle and Chloe haven't been very active musically lately due to bookings and other commitments. They're good at acting, so that's where they're strong, but musically, things have slowed down for them. I know that Chloe got caught up in a legal battle with this songwriter, so she hasn't been able to really move forward musically. But I still want Chloe and Halle to get back together and put out another album, but it really just depends on whether their parent label, Columbia Records, is willing to fund their project. I'm not sure what plans Beyoncé and her company Park would have for them, but I do know that Beyoncé has her sights set on her daughter Blue Ivy. If Blue Ivy ever pursues a career as an artist, I think Beyoncé will invest heavily in her, setting her up to really take over Beyoncé's lane when she retires. Now, I might be completely wrong, but that's how it seems to me at least. Nevertheless, please share your thoughts about this video in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. If you care, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Goodbye.